Okay, I thought I'd do a write-up here on how to replace the annoying window trim that costs a lot of money to replace these with the black. Mine's completely peeled off. So just so you're wondering. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little video on how to use tape and cover that up, so to make it look like somewhat what it did when it was new. Again, this is not a replacement of the part, but it's how to fix it. And as you can see, that one there, I just finished it. Looks pretty nice, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is a 2001 Prelude. This same stripping will probably work just fine on Accord, Civics, any other vehicle that has that weather stripping molding that starts to peel. So anyway, I'm going to first break this up and show you how to do it. The tools that I'll be using, first of all, I would wipe that down completely with rubbing alcohol and get it completely clean. Get any excess tape. I'm going to have to do some work on this one. As you can see right here where they cut it off, I'm going to have to clean that up a little bit. So anyway, clean that up with rubbing alcohol, clean off any excess with the razor blade using. This is a nice little putty knife type thing that I bought a long time ago. It works really well. Go ahead and use that. Here's the tape, just a roll of tape I got online, the length that I need, which is about right here, and then I will strip it so I don't have so much tape to work with on the car. Then I'll come back. Okay, I failed to mention you will need some scissors to cut this little angle so that way it fits pretty much in there. Sorry, can't really see. There you go. So it kind of just fits right inside that angle. And I've done it two ways. I've taken the backing off the sticker completely and tried to just lay it all down. Did not work. Too many bubbles. So I recommend you sticking this part first and just take out the backing as you go and just work it down with your fingers. So I'm going to start this and I'll record a little more and I'll show you. Alright, so here you go. Here's kind of how I've begun. So I've just taken out the backing just enough, and then what I'll do is I'll work it back with your finger. So you're just and don't pull on this. If you pull it, it stretches it and it causes bubbles. So what you do is you just kind of work it with your finger all the way down. I kind of press it in this edge right here with my finger, just so you know, and then when we can cut this, and I'll show you how to do that as well. That makes it look really clean and sharp. So anyway, go ahead and work that all down and just pull off the backing as you go. Don't take the backing off all at once, like I was saying. So this is not a perfect repair, meaning that if you want it perfect, go buy the parts, the actual replacement parts, and replace them. This is just for someone that doesn't have $100 to lay down on their Prelude or car and wants to make it look nice, and it works, and it will actually last just as long as that other molding will as well. So anyway, I'll come back on and record a little more once I get down a little further. But that's basically how you do it. Just kind of work it with your fingers. Don't get too concerned about this edge. You just want this main body to have no wrinkles and no bubbles. So, alright. Okay, so I got it on there all the way down. Now basically what I'm going to do is see kind of how it's sticking up right here. I'm going to work all this down. You don't want to just pull it across because it causes wrinkles. You want to push it down. And then just kind of work it down there. Okay, we're going to trim off that excess, don't worry. Now there will be some bumps you've noticed right here. I mean, I've really worked that. You can kind of work it in. What we'll do is we'll take a razor blade and we'll just make a small slice. Don't try to poke it, but just slice it, nice clean slice, and then work it, and that'll let that air out. Some of them just a bump in the actual piece, like scratches and whatnot, and you can't get those out unless you were to sand the piece before you apply it, which I guess you could do if you work this in here really good and just make sure that it's around that lip pretty good, and then I'll trim off the excess. Now if you're really good, you can cut this to the right size so you don't have so much excess, But if you're anything like me, when I'm working it down, the tape doesn't lay down completely straight. It wants to ride up or ride down. So then you end up not having enough down here. So I'd rather have some excess and then trim it off rather than trying to make it so close, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm going to work it down with my fingers, and then what I'll do is, actually I'll save that for the next part. So I'll trim that top part and then come back. Okay, we're getting close to do this end. What I do is I just kind of really stretch it and work out those bubbles. You have to pull it back out. I was going to tell you that when you're running your tape along the edge there, if you get a bubble, you've probably found you just lift it up and do it again. Not all of it, just kind of lift up that part. Don't just keep going, or if you get too many bubbles, it will look ghetto. So we don't want to build a ghetto Prelude. So anyway, and then I just trim that piece off with the knife. So, and then what I did here, along this inside edge, I've taken my tool and I just kind of press. I'm not running it, I'm pressing it. If you run it, it's going to snag it and pull it up and make it wrinkle. So pull it. Wedging your knee behind the door so you can put some pressure on the door really helps. Now what I'll do is I will take this edge and peel it up to be about right there. Then I'll take my tool and press, grab it, I'll show you. I'll take the tool and I'll press it down inside there all along. I won't run it, but I'll press it down. And if it's not pressing down there, then what you need to do is take the tape off the door more, because it's holding to the door. So anyway, I'll show you another video of that. Alright, so basically I've pressed all that in there, as you can see. I've pulled it up here, but I haven't done it yet. So now I just put this tool in here like this. Just press it. Any straight hard tool, I would recommend something that's somewhat stiff. That way it doesn't bend on you and doesn't flex. There's a good angle. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Help others while trying to do mine the right way. The reason why I posted this is because I was trying to find something on YouTube that somebody had taken the time to show. I couldn't find anything, so I figured I'll be the one. So hopefully this is helpful. I know it's not the perfect video or the perfect fit, but at least give you an idea what to use. On the back of the sticker, I was going to tell you, oops, I just nicked my mirror. Watch what you're doing. On the back of the sticker, the backing, it says Avery Products. So if that helps, I don't know, get online. The site, it's some BMW site that I got the sticker from. Bavarian Auto or something like that. You can Google it. But again, it's like 19 bucks a roll, $26 after shipping. It's kind of a ripoff. But you get a lot of it, and I don't know. So far, I'm really pleased with how it applies. I hope it, stays nice, but pretty cheap. You get the idea. Now what I'll do after this, right in the crease, and just do it all the way down the end, and then clean up that as well. And then we'll work out the bubbles. Okay, it's almost complete. I got it all on. Cut off all the excess. So basically I just take a slit. I don't pop it. I just slit it, and then work it with your finger, really pushing it down. And it gives you an idea. Looks much better, I think. No one will ever tell that was put on by sticker. At least that's the plan. The shade, as you can see, kind of is different. It's a little glossier than the existing, which is,